Welcome to Back to School Night for first grade at Lincoln Elementary. My name is Mrs. Lisa Edwards, and I am in room 310.
Hello, everybody. I'm Mrs. Coop, and I am in room 304.
Welcome and thank you for coming to Back to School Night. My name is Mrs. Carrie Christensen, and I'm in 307.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mrs. Packard in room 309. Good to see all of you.
I am going to begin with our first grade reading incentive program. And it is a booklet. I prefer to call it a log, and there's one for 50 books. They might be different colors this year. 100 books, 150 books, and then 200 books. We want your child to read every single night for up to 20 minutes a night, and you are going to log or record the books that they read. So you would write the book and you would sign that they read it independently, and then you keep this at home, and when they complete the 50 books, you send this back to school. They've read 50 books, your child will receive a prize. And then when they read up to 100 books, they will get another prize. And 150, they will receive another prize. And then 200, another prize. And if your child completes all 4 books and reads 200 books by the end of the school year, they will receive a certificate that invites them to an ice cream party for all the first graders that have read 200 books for the year. And they get to be honored at a special ice cream Sunday party that we host for them. All the first grade teachers do that together. They will be reading nightly. It's part of their homework. It's part of the incentive, the reading incentive program. So that's very, 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 very important that they participate in the reading incentive program and that they're reading nightly. Okay, thank you.
All right, and next up is the homework folder. So first of all, they'll have their cover, and then it has some helpful notes on here about setting a time and place for homework, making sure name is on papers, turning in homework every day. Every day they will come home with homework except on Fridays. Ask the parent to check homework and put homework in this folder. And then on the back will be their current list of sight words. So based on their paper in the back, they also have a booklet in the classroom to practice. So for example, this is booklet 1. And then I know for some of my students, they will be coming home with a yellow paper, which means that they have made it to their booklet number 2. So as they learn more, they will be coming home with new colors. And if you open up the inside, this is kind of an example. So they will be coming home with a homework assignment each night. It's just a little half sheet. Then behind it will be their spelling words, as well as, it's kind of hard to do, but if you can see it there, this is where they keep track of their reading. So like Mrs. Edwards said, they need to read for 20 minutes at home, and then this is where you're going to mark it off that they read. And then over on this side, keep it home, but this was probably on the wrong side. It should be returning to school. They will be coming home with books to read based on their level. And then on the first night of homework, they will get their book to keep at home, their log, as well as the paper that explains it. And then they will also get a sheet. And I know some are in color, mine are in orange and black, but these are if they get stuck on words at home that they're learning in the classroom, and then as well as a chart for counting and then practicing their letters at home. So that'll be in one side. And I think that is it. So again, sight words are on the back, and it'll show what sight words they need to practice at home. Please leave this in the folder. This is not to be taken out. So we look forward to great homework. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Coop. And now I'd like to talk to all the parents. We are going to send a first grade parent handbook home with you. And inside of here, we'll talk about our grading policies. In first grade, we get to have grades for the very first time and a report card. And we give effort grades for O for outstanding, S is for satisfactory, or N is for needs improvement. So you'll look inside of your parent handbook, parents, and it will explain to you all on the one sheet of paper where your child should be at each of the 4 quarters of our school year. And it'll tell you the areas of where they need to be in math, reading, high frequency words or sight words, as well as writing. So you can see them listed, and these are for a grade of an S. So I want to turn and show you the next page. We have spelled out the reading levels for our progress report. So where your child needs to be in the middle of first, the middle right before we get our report card sent home, halfway there, they should be reading at a level C, and that would be for a grade of an S. So if they're below a level C in reading, that would be needs improvement. If they're above a level C, D, E, F, that would be O for outstanding. They are above level. So it'll spell it out for you for each quarter of the school year. That's halfway through. Now, right halfway through, before we get our report card, we'll also send to you a little form that looks like this. And it will have their grades printed above. And then down below, you will see a graph, and it goes A through all the way to the end here. And we will draw a line on that graph to show you where your child is reading. And you can see by the arrow if they make it to the benchmark level for each quarter. And then lastly, the report card. You can see it's moved up now because now that would be 6 weeks after the progress report. So for a grade of an O in reading in the first report card, which is about October time, they would be needing to read at a level E. A grade of an S, a level D, a grade of an N would be a level C and below. That way it's all spelled out for you for the whole year of where your child needs to be at each quarter. Also, there is another list in the back of sight words so that you have them with you here as well, in addition to the back of their homework folder. So now I want to talk to us about that first report card, which will be coming in October. I'm just going to hold up a few book samples to show you. This is called Ducklings Grow Up. It is a level D reader. And so you can kind of tell by the text and a lot of picture clues for that level D. This is for a grade of an S on their report card. The second quarter for a grade of an S will move to a level F. And now you can start to see more text, still a lot of use of looking at pictures. And then we'll move from an F to the third quarter to a level H. Now we're not using the picture clues as much. There are more text reading on the page. They'll have to use more strategies to help them when they get stuck on a word. And then lastly is where we want the kids to be at the end of first grade is a level IJ, and that would be for a grade of an S. And now you can see how the text has grown just a little bit and more strategies to use. So I hope that was helpful. In addition to that, the kids like to set goals, shooting for the stars. We need to be reading at a level IJ by the end of first grade and know 200 sight words. So you have your parent handbook, but then the kids have this little graph. Everybody has their own page, one for sight words and one for levels. And so each month we'll have a little meeting with each student and we will track their reading levels, A all the way up. Same thing with sight words. And they really get so excited to see their sight words grow up, their reading levels grow up. And when they see it kind of recorded on paper like this, they really believe they're growing in reading. So this is something that we all do in first grade in class. And then you can keep monitoring where they need to be by your parent handbook. And as Mrs. Coop said, we are testing the children now on their reading level. We'll put a book that's just right for their eyes into their homework folder. So be expecting to see a book to read nightly. But then of course it has to come back to school like a boomerang to come back to practice at the reading table with the teacher. So I hope you find that that was helpful, and thank you for coming this evening.
Thank you, Mrs. Christensen. Let's just talk a minute about our masks. Of course, the kids are needing to continue to wear their masks, and especially any kind of close proximity with other children. So that means in line, that means going to lunch, excuse our bell, anytime when the kids are standing close together. And so we want to make sure that they bring one every day. We do provide masks for kids that do forget their mask. So we do provide those, but we would ask that they try to remember to bring it from home. Also, we're letting the kids bring their own water bottle if they choose. That way they can kind of have just their own bottle and have their own germs on this one. Or they can bring a bottle like this, especially as we have these hot days. And so we're just asking that they keep it with all their things, no sharing water or any of that, just trying to keep things as clean as possible. Also, for birthday parties, we are happy to celebrate birthdays here at school. What we do ask is that if you want to send a treat, please send something that's individually wrapped, and that way it stays all nice and no germs, no one else is touching it, that kind of thing. So please give us a heads up by Parent Square that you are sending a treat, and then you can drop it off in the office, and then they'll let us know that a treat is there for your child. Gals, was it anything I missed? Let's talk real quick. PE. They do have PE here at school, and so they're going to need to wear the appropriate tennis shoes. So my PE time is on Tuesday, but I think each teacher can just message you as far as what day they will be having PE. Is everyone on Tuesday? Are we all on Tuesday? No. So we'll message you.
Tuesday.
Okay. We'll message you with our appropriate day for PE and just to remind the kids to wear nice soft tennies. Also, we do have a lot of mosquitoes that come around this time of year. So it wouldn't hurt to just kind of spray your kids' legs and arms with mosquito repellent before they leave your house. That would be really nice. That would take care of those little bites that we've been getting. We do have a district field trip that the kids get to take to Discovery Center. We're hoping that that's a go. Of course, with things changing the way they are with COVID, and they may put a stop on that, but we're hoping at least to take one field trip. And if we have the okay, possibly some more, but there will be more information coming for that in the future. So we'll certainly let you know if there's any information about field trips coming up. Well, we're glad that you joined us tonight for Back to School Night. And again, feel free to message us on Parent Square if you have any questions or concerns. We are here for your child. And we just thank you for being the awesome parents that you are. Have a good night.